listen to their own comments and then look at what they're doing on the ground, it becomes undeniable what is happening in front of your eyes. So here's our next example. This is an Israeli journalist, Shimon Ricklin. He says, I am for the war crimes. I don't care if I am criticized, and I honestly don't care. He goes on. I am unable to sleep if I don't see houses being destroyed in Gaza. What can I say? More houses, more buildings. I want to see more of them destroyed. I want there to be nothing for them to return to. In the Torah, it says they must return to the salt of the earth and they must complain. This is why we cannot reach a solution, and that is what war crimes mean to me. So I'm for the war crimes. You know, I appreciate the honesty, actually. And this is something we've talked about, something Daryl Cooper talks about. The far right in Israel has always been much more upfront about the project they're engaged in, about what their goals are, about what they actually want. And I think this man is being very honest about his perspective here. By the way, someone pointed out, and I confirmed, he's wearing a pin there in that segment. It's a Stern Gang pin. So to give people a little bit of the sense of the history here, in the early days of the sort of like colonial period of the founding of the state of Israel, there were a number of militias. The large ones were Haganah, which was the more like labor-affiliated one. The Irgun, which then becomes Likud. And the Irgun was already like, you know, they committed all kinds of terrorist acts. They were already very far right. The Stern Gang was the ones that were to the right of them. They called themselves terrorists. They referred to themselves as terrorists. They actually sought to come to some sort of an allyship with Nazi Germany because they thought the Nazis were less of a threat to Jews than Britain. So they sought multiple times to come to some sort of a deal and accommodation with Hitler and the Nazis. They advocated for mass expulsion of all Arabs from Palestine and from Jordan. Their publications openly talked about a Jewish master race, contrasting the Jews with Arabs who were seen as a nation of slaves. So that's the pin that he's wearing as he says that he's for the war crimes.